I just made a lure. Where's it at? All right, I made this lure. It's a double jointed topwater. I made this in like 30 minutes. It actually came out really good. Got a few really nice hits on it. And I got one really nice trout. All in all, the lure was great, but I just really wasn't feeling this, like making this video. The lure functioned great though. It did exactly what I wanted it to do. It moved where it wanted to move. The lure did most of the work. I had to do minimal work for a top water, just a couple twitches of the rod tip, and it splashed and moved right to left, left to right. But that's the lure. It's not bad. It made lots of noise when it was up on the surface. Enough of the lure. I'm making this trout. This is a 23-inch trout I caught on that lure. It was awesome. Really fun. Good day. I haven't caught a big trout like that in a long time. It's the next day. It got pretty late, so carry on to the next day. I'm gonna clean up all these burrs hanging off on the corners here. All right, got it nice and smoothed out now, so time to flip it over. Head to the belt sander. All right, I've atomized some wood. I've got my Trout lines drawn back. I'm gonna go ahead with the Dremel and take some more meat off it, atomize some more wood. It's pretty much all you're doing. You're just removing material. Do something magical. All right, we got this fish mostly roughed out. Pretty nice. So really all I got to do now is come in with more sandpaper, you guessed it, and sand it down smooth. And then I can come in and do more finer detail in the gills, the eye socket, the fins, and then it's ready for a coat of primer. By the time I'm done sanding this trout, my thumb and fingers are gonna be like, I've barely been able to move them because I press so hard with my thumb to really make sure I'm knocking out all those harsh lines. It hasn't rained in a hot minute, but it's raining now. So, gonna go ahead and do some Dremel work on the Trout. Here we go. Using a cutoff wheel. It's a metal cutoff wheel. Quick ease lock in the Dremel. I'm just gonna quick do some scoring. All right, there's the fin details. Now, time for the eye. So I'm using a piece of dowel wood. Yeah, no, I'm a loser. It's okay. I make myself laugh. So there's the eye sitting on the trout. It's very circular, spherical, spear, however you say it. You want it more almond shaped, similar to the eye I have drawn there. Not that, ignore that line up there, but I'm gonna sand this just using a piece of sandpaper on the table, rubbing it back and forth to get that look, and then I'm gonna cut that shape out. All right, rain stopped. I'm outside, got the trout. I'm gonna go ahead and put a coat of spray paint on it. Go back there at dirt. That way I can start painting this thing. Just using some enamel spray paint, doing it out here, well ventilated. A little drip droppy from the rain in the trees still. But I'll pull it inside, it'll dry. Now there's a lot of colors in the trout. There's purples and golds and silvers and greens and yellows, blues. It's a huge variation of color in a trout. So I'm just gonna layer up some base coat of spray paint, and basically it's gonna be a lot of mix of color. And then I'm gonna go back in with my brushes later on and do all my fine detailing on everything. But for now, let's get a good base coat down. That's what I'm going for. Stepped outside with it, so you can kind of see all the mix in there, the blues, greens, yellows, and then the tail's pretty dark. I'll lighten that up with paints. But now that I've got a good base coat down, let that dry. All right, there's the trout all painted up. Got some real good color in there, a lot of mix. All right, so from here, you can use like an epoxy finish. I'm just gonna use good old enamel. Best thing. Gives it a nice clear coat, nice good finish, kind of realistic. Epoxy does give it a thicker coat, and it does look a little more realistic, I'd say, but This will look plenty pretty. Gonna do multiple coats, so probably do one good pass and then come back in a couple hours. Do another one. You don't want to do it too thick, too fast, because it'll bubble up. But just that first coat really makes it pop. All the colors really blend nicely. All right, now this trout is dry. Time to put some wire on it so we can hang her up. That big old trout. Got a 1/16 inch drill bit. Gonna slide up in there nice. Oh yeah. And then I'm gonna glue it and fold it over. Like that. All right, check this out. Click the bass down. Hang the trout up. Hangs up real nice. Look at that old Trudy trout. All right, and that's that. That's the trout right there. I hope y'all enjoyed that video, me making that trout. You know, not really making a lure to fish with, but I do enjoy making a lot of things, and I'll probably be doing more of that now that we're coming into other seasons, like fall. Fishing's gonna slow down, probably not until like December, so I'm gonna still be doing plenty of lures and stuff, but probably more stuff like that. Turkey calls, duck calls, maybe buck grunt, who knows? Haven't made one of those yet, so I do want to do that. Anyways, I appreciate y'all. If you would, like and subscribe, I greatly would appreciate that. If not, I appreciate you watching the video anyways. Catch you on the next one.